Welcome to the deep dive on how to engage local media about your community impact as part of the Community Catalyst Vaccine Equity and Access Program. This video will offer tips to use the provided press release templates in the toolkit and to develop pitches and conduct outreach to local media. Media outreach requires patience and diligence. Reporters are constantly receiving pitches from organizations, so it may take some time before one of your outreach efforts get picked up. Properly engaging the media is a relationship-building activity that is similar to community organizing. It takes time to build the relationship and requires you to approach it genuinely. The tips and best practices that follow will hopefully help you to successfully share your organization's story with the media. Here are the steps to engage local media. First, you'll want to determine your angle. What is the story you want to tell, and why does it matter? This should be a tangible and/or quantifiable outcome. It is not enough to just say that it is important. Next, you'll want to select your spokesperson. Who is the best person to tell this story? We often think about executive and director level leadership, but we should also consider the people who are on the ground doing the work. Even if they don't have experience with media, they can be trained on best practices. Next, you'll want to draft your press release. If you decide you need a press release, get it drafted. We've provided 2 templates in the Shot Towards toolkit that you can use. One to share your organization's overall impact and one to announce an event. Update them with your specific information and make them relevant to your community. Any red text that you see in the template is meant to be updated. Next, you'll want to craft your pitch. Create an email with the story in a compelling, detailed, and concise way. The subject line should share the best part of the pitch and be attention-grabbing. The pitch itself should be a sneak peek of what they can read about more in the press release. Develop your media list. Which reporters and outlets are the best to share your story to the right audience that would benefit from the information that you are sharing? These will likely include community newspapers, radio stations, and TV news stations. You may have to do some digging to find contact information on their websites. There may be information in a Meet the Team link, or there may be a link to submit a tip. Look for journalists who cover local news and/or health topics, and for TV outreach, you'll want to reach the news desk. Next, you'll conduct your outreach. Dedicate time to send out your pitches. Remember to personalize the greetings and double check that you have spelled the names correctly. If you're including a press release, remember to put it in the body of each email or link to it. Do not send attachments. Finally, you'll want to follow up. Reporters receive a lot of email. If they haven't responded in a couple of days, send a follow-up note. And if you can find a number, that's an even better way to follow up with the reporters. Let's keep in mind some best practices for your outreach. First, use a media tracker to keep yourself organized so that you know who you've reached out to and when. This will help with your follow-up process and also as part of your evaluation to see how many outlets cover your story. Next, you'll want to remember to get to know the reporter and their beat. A reporter's beat is the particular topic or subject area that they cover. So as an example, don't send your pitch about increasing vaccine uptake to the sports reporter. They won't forward it to the correct person and they'll just be aggravated with you and the organization. Next, make sure you know the audience that the reporter and the outlet reaches. If, for example, you're trying to reach local business leaders, then find the outlets that they read and tailor your pitch to them. Include data and sources to show off the success of your work and make it easy for reporters to include the numbers in their story. And similarly, include images and/or videos of your organization doing the work. Multimedia is the way to go. So be proactive in sharing it so that reporters don't have to ask. Remember to share it as a link and not as an attachment. Finally, send the pitches in the morning between 8 and 10 a.m. local time. By catching them early as they plan their day, you'll help to determine what stories that they want to work on. Another thing to keep in mind is not to get discouraged. It is common to not hear back from reporters and to receive no thank yous, but you can't let this discourage you. It can take time to build relationships with reporters and land a story. Reassess to make sure your pitch is attention-grabbing and confirm that your news is timely and not conflicting with a major news story. Keep reaching out and trying. Be sure to check out our other deep dives like how to assess barriers for message development and how to launch an SMS or phone campaign. Thank you for joining this deep dive. We hope that it will be a helpful tool for you to share your story with the community.